All right, let's get into SoFi. So we finally crossed that $30 mark overnight. We were above $30, sold off in the morning, and saw kind of a dip and rip at open. So high of the day, 30.26. SoFi is doing great. A lot of eyes on this, a lot of momentum behind this. And now that we have broken that big resistance of previous all-time highs, there are likely clear skies ahead. I do see us heading higher. However, I do want to talk about a few things. I thought this was a good tweet. SoFi has been green for, I believe he meant 21 of the last 25 trading days and 14 of the last 15 weeks. So it is overbought on the weekly and monthly. Probably due for a pullback. I do agree with this, but the momentum is real. So a pullback, I'm not looking to short this stock by any means. I just probably wouldn't be buying unless it's for quick call option trades like how we saw this morning, which I'll point out in a second. I'd be looking to buy this stock on weakness as long as we hold certain areas. Unless you're just long-term investing shares, then yeah, buy on weakness. But yes, we are up quite a bit. Talking about the dip and rip, this morning right at the open on this dip right here, this order came in actually a little bit earlier. So this order comes in 535K weekly above ask, in the money to negate that theta decay. And they also might just be looking to exercise these as well. But these printed right away, 50, 60% on the options. Those went crazy. And if we look at the weekly, same chart that we have been looking at, ascending triangle breakout, broke all-time highs. I do believe we are creeping towards this 32.36. But with the overall market potentially coming back down, you might see some chop. But yeah, still would be looking to load up on these retests for 26 and even in the 23 area. But definitely looking to squeeze this a little bit higher. And then I also thought this was pretty interesting by Trend Spider here. This looks pretty identical to Robinhood. Now I know Robinhood was 85 previous all-time highs, but they broke that and ripped higher. At least $40 higher. I'm not sure what Robinhood's at now, but that's kind of what SoFi is setting up to do. If we did look at Hood, so yeah, Robinhood is about 125. So something like this could happen. I would be looking, for a little bit of sell-off weakness in SoFi, but hey, that momentum's real. A lot of eyes on it and a lot of people looking to bank on it. So definitely looking to add some more call options. I was able to hop in a trade today, but let me know how you guys are looking in your positions on SoFi as it is hovering around 30 and heading towards 32 next. All right, and wrapping up, I'm just going to show the entire flow. So SoFi is still getting a lot of call flow, barely any put flow, 500,000 compared to 4.2 million in calls. They are starting to target out all the way to January of 2027. So you're seeing leaps come in. We do have some puts hit the tape a little bit for December, but yeah, people are looking out all the way to October, January. So overall, the call flow is still very bullish and something I like to monitor on the daily. And then just looking on the daily here, this is kind of an idea that I'm seeing. So we are overbought. So you kind of have to, I know we're all bullish on SoFi, but we can't be ignorant to the fact that this is likely going to pull back just in the short term. So I could definitely see us touching that 32, forming some sort of like a head and shoulders off this trend line, and then breaking below to that monthly anchored VWAP. So 2662 is a pretty solid area. I would like to see us hold this area. Don't want to see us break below, but long term, these are good buy zones. Doesn't have to pull back. So if I could literally just rip through it, through 32 all the way to 40, who knows? So that's why it's good to have long-term exposure. That way you're soaking in the gains. But as far as short-term stuff, I would just be a little more cautious. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick video on SoFi. Here was that call option that I played today. So this is just, I added it to the watch list position just to be able to track it all day. But that order came in around 6:30 a.m. Obviously, this is a riskier call option than what that whale took. But basically, 85 cents peaked out at $1.63, so about doubled. So yeah, it's pretty cool to watch those whales come in. They usually sniped the bottom pretty well, and it made for a good trade, but then kind of sold off throughout the rest of the day. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and have a good one.